Hello everyone, and welcome to AFC round 16 at Singapore. Oh god, Mercedes are out. Oh brilliant. They've had quality bans, however hopefully
Maybe they're just setting a lap time sometimes.
no,
The
they can't,
game,
remember.
I mean, like they're going for a lap now for out lap and then pitting again to actually save their setups, because if they have a disconnect, sometimes the games delete their setups if they didn't set a lap or didn't go out on track. So that might be the reason. Because I see one racing point on track also.
Okay, so let me just do something here. If I can get it up. Alright, so I just sent someone there. Here we are now. Singapore is the track and countdown, a very technical one.
They are hard to drive, many corners, the wall just awfully close to the cars, so the drivers need to be very careful to maneuver their cars around this track to don't crash or get a bombing damage.
Yeah, so as long as they don't actually set a lap time, we should be alright. I won't look at that bad.
I mean, both invalidated their laps. What I think they invalidated them because on purpose, so they can actually set a lap time without it counting in, like, if you know what I mean. Because even though if they set a lap time and they invalidated it, they will be plumb last.
Yes. So basically we just need to make sure they don't actually set so.
Yeah, I need to see who's the first fast car. It's Tyler. No.
Yeah, I think Tyler's on the lap here.
Yeah, Tyler's the first one to set like a lap time. And he's on soft tires, of course, because it's the fastest tire compound around here. At least for qualifying. The Williams might not be the best car for this kind of circuit. It was really fast in Belgium and Italy, of course, because of the straight line speed and the Mercedes power unit.
Let me just check here. Legend is invalidated. Yuri isn't going out. Bo here, she's out lap. Ismail is invalidated. Ah, good. They're sticking to the rules.
Yeah. Tyler had a beautiful line through the end of sector 2. Just hit the apexes just as they were meant to be hit. Second sector was alright, not awfully fast, but of course it's still a Williams car, it's difficult with all these corners.
So Felix is set for a stop 34.9.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I completely missed him.
Alright, Tyler 36.9. However, he just needs to beat one car to get into Q2 now, considering quali bands.
Both Renaults are on P2 and P3, a 135.7 and a 135.9. Da FIFA ahead of Magic Alonso, and I think Monster's going on his lap right now, and I see Charlie invalidated his lap time. Who's the next car? Kimi invalidated. It's quite easy to actually invalidate a lap time around here.
Yeah, so hopefully these don't actually get in the way of people, because it would be a bad thing if they did, obviously.
Yeah, so I think Jack March will be the next one to cross the line and set a lap time in the Haas.
I mean, yeah, there's the Alpha Kimi who's now starting another lap.
Yeah, and I think Jeremy will do too, both invalidated. And the next 3 cars are all cars who shouldn't set a lap time. Let's see.
Oh, and Kimi's had a crash. Kimi's had a crash at the start of the long back straight. Aaron here, who is a replacement driver for McLaren, we had to get through a few of them to end up with it. Him because of other things. So using the Alpha last week, Isma's now retired himself.
Yeah, he crashed actually.
Well, yeah, I mean that means
because...
that's a permanent retirement. So
yeah.
Oh, Monster's now beaten his teammate by a second. However, it's only Q1, so it won't really mean that much.
The Renaults. The next one is Darth FIFA, who's pitting now, and I see both McLarens are out, but both on the out lap. Oh, it's difficult to see who's the next fast one. Jeremy is the next one across the line, in between both McLarens who are on the out laps.
So, only 7 people have set lap time so far. The 2 Red Bulls, Reynolds, Williams and Jake Marsh in the Haas. Jeremy's now beginning a lap.
Oh.
Or no, he's not. Or no, he actually finished a lap actually. He's a 36.7. The Alphas and Haas will be happier now because there won't be much of a reliance on power here. It'll be a lot more about the aero.
Yes.
And also the Ferraris, they should be happy enough.
Yeah. Maybe not as good for the Renaults, better probably for the McLarens, as they want to get a good result with both Mercedes and Racing Points starting from the back. And also the AlphaTauri will be very strong around here, especially in the hands of Sam D, who had a mega race in Italy. Actually fighting for a podium at one point. I'm now on board with Wushu, who had a really good second sector, 1.1 minute 3.7, so really fast through there.
Yeah.
Now coming into the last sector, which is very tricky, many slow corners, lots of acceleration and traction controls are very important.
Yeah, now a little hesitant in the last corner, but P5. So it's pretty much safe to Q2 then.
Yeah, and Sam D qualified P3.
Yeah, P3.
One time faster than Darth FIFA.
Yeah. The AlphaTauri will be decent around this track because it won't have as much reliance on power either.
Yeah. Charlie is the next one to start his, or to finish his lap. He's now at the end of sector 2, which isn't great, and he actually now, no, he didn't invalidate, but he's still in his lap time. Of course, track evolution is very important here around Singapore. The truck will get much better at the end of each session. So I think many drivers will go out again later on. I mean, not in Q1, but especially in Q2, where it's important to qualify for Q3.
Oh, Charlie's went P10, so not really that for him. He knows now that as long as he's beaten one person in the timings, he'll be that, or that isn't a Merc or Racing Point.
So we're still missing both Ferraris at the back. Alex Bomberg and Jackson still without a time.
But Jackson's now set about to finish his lap and then set a time. He got P7.
Yes?
He's going, yeah. He's going for a second lap now.
I wouldn't recommend that because tire temperatures will get quite high around here after one lap, so mostly the second lap won't be any faster, except he made a big mistake, of course. But only 1/10 time Buescher in the McLaren is quite a good time for the Ferrari.
Oh, Jeremy's now retired in the pits. I think he's happy enough with his lap.
Yeah, around 2.7 seconds quicker than Mike Hennig in the Williams. So, could be safe, but I'm not 100% sure.
So Nick Pancras. Oh dear, that's Jackson now. He's crashed.
Ooh. I'm riding on board with AMC to see where he exactly. Oh yeah, he spun. Where I think Marcus Ericsson crashed in 2017.
Oh, Sam D's now retired in the pits. Here. Nick Pancras hasn't set a lap yet, and he might want to soon enough. Alex Bomberg probably set a lap as well.
Yeah. Monster drove out again, which confuses me a bit because he should be.
Aaron's now about to set a lap here. I'll start one.
Yeah.
So first turn, looks nice and looks tidy enough.
Yeah. And he really needs to get a lap time in because actually because Jackson retired, everyone who sets lap time and doesn't crash will get through to Q2.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's with Alex Bomberg? He's still in the pits.
Yeah, not sure
And
why.
he actually fitted a set of intermediate tires. Maybe just to confuse others.
So let's see, I'm in proper sector 2 apparently, but I don't think that would be actually real, because it's mostly a glitch.
Yeah, but a 1 minute 3.0 is 7 times faster than the time Buescher set in sector 2 when he did his flying lap.
Oh, Bo's disqualified now, so that means he'll definitely start P20.
Yes. So I think if he finishes his lap, he will be around where Felix is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a good lap
actually
time.
P3, so very decent, good lap time from Aaron there. We want to take Pancras out lap.
And the Williams of Mike is now on the way to try qualify a bit higher than P12, which he doesn't need
Why
to.
is Alex Bomberg on the Inters? Oh wait. Oh right.
Does he have a quali ban too?
No. There was no reason to give him one.
Oh no! I mean, he's saving a set of tires. He's really clever. He's saving a set of tires. Remember, I mentioned that everyone who sets a lap time will go through to Q2. Jackson retired his car. Alex Bomberg just needs to set a lap time with any set of tire, and he will go through. He will set a soft tire. That will be.
I mean, that is a fairly good point.
That will be very good for him in Q2 and Q3 to have another fresh tire.
Yeah, but I think Alex, I'd hope he'd have a lot of space on track if he's doing this.
Yes. Just drive as slow. I mean, he has enough time to cross the line, but he isn't allowed to make a mistake or to invalidate his lap. Mike Hennig, actually quite fast through the second sector, 7 times up, but of course he still needs to find a whole lot of time to match his teammate's time. And he's going...
Yeah, 38.6.
Oh. Yeah, still far behind his teammate.
Let's see. So Alex Bomberg is beginning his lap and he enters here. He just needs to not invalidate. And then he will have a lap time set. I have to hand it to him. That was an outside of the box tactic.
Yeah, that's why he waited so long, because he just, I mean, of course we already had 4 cars not qualifying for Q2. He just needed to wait for one car actually crashing or being disqualified, and then he's through to Q2. So that actually is very clever. We need to give it to him.
Yeah, he's not even using the ERS.
Yeah, he doesn't need to risk anything, because if he's using ERS hot lap, he will get more revs and of course more oversteer with the intermediate tire, which doesn't have a lot of grip in those dry conditions. He will easily spin or whatever, and he doesn't want to have that.
So now, Alex Bomberg is up. He is through sector 2 now, and he is still going with this one. He's now using his ERS a bit, so at least he'll gain some lap time in that.
Yeah, I've been watching Legend's lap time as he's driving around this track, of course, and validating all his lap times.
Yeah, that is
however,
like...
I think
that's probably his actual pace.
I think he's doing race pace. 1:36? 1 minute 36, I think it's race pace.
Yeah, might well be.
I'm not completely sure, but I think he's already practicing. I mean, of course. Alex Bomberg, 1 minute 56.2. P14, but still.
Yeah. I handed to him there. That was a bit of an outside the box one, and it saved a set of softs.
Actually, if Jackson hadn't crashed, he would have been 2-2. ASD Kimi crashed too.
Yeah, Kimi, so if he didn't crash, maybe he would have... He could have just set the lap time, and you may...
Yeah, so we only have 14 drivers in Q2. That means only 4 drivers are battling to not get knocked out in
Oh,
Q2.
and Nick Pancras has had a crash. And that's pretty much it. Just Tyler, who does not need to set a lap anymore. He can just go, he's safe. He's P9.
I hope he's not using a first set of soft tires. I really hope he doesn't use a first set of soft tires. I think he's just practicing a bit for Q2. Maybe he gets into Q3, which would be fantastic for him. I mean, he has a chance if one of the other drivers can't make it. I didn't improve. Yeah, I think it wasn't a fresh set. I think it was an old set of tire.
That's it, pretty much. Yep, that's it. So, Monster tops this session, with Phoenix following him in the Red Bull 1-2. Aaron takes P3, Sam Dowsey P4, Belgium 5-6 here, and a Renault 5-6, their FIFA nephew Magic Alonso. Wushu P7, Jeremy P8, Tyler P9, Trickmarsh P10, Charlie P11, Nick Pancras P12, Mike Henning P13, Alex Bomberg on the Inters P14, Jackson who crashed P15, Ismail P16, Yuri P17, Leisure P18, Kimi P19, Bo P20, Marks and Racing Points and Quality Band, so that's why I didn't set a lap. That is it. Now we move on to Q2, where it'll be a bit more competitive.
Yeah, I'm really interested, and I think only I think we will see some drivers qualifying on this medium tire because the soft tire, I'm sorry to say that, is totally crap in the race. It will break down in about after the first 2 laps probably, and then the medium tire will consistently be faster than the soft tire, probably around 1 second even faster than the soft tire in the race. So I do think both Red Bulls qualifying on this medium tire, and also maybe both Renaults, the McLaren of Wushu, and also Sam D trying to qualify on the medium tires.
So, 14 drivers here. Obviously, since Jackson crashed out, he isn't able to take part in Q2, which is a bit of a shame for him because this would have been a good opportunity for him in the Ferrari to make Q3 and get some decent points.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm really looking forward to see who actually makes it into Q2 and into Q3. And I already see a lot of cars out on the medium tire. So both Renaults, as I already mentioned, both Red Bulls got a set of medium tires, both McLarens also, and also Sam D. So those who I would expect to try to qualify on those medium tires.
So yeah, a lot of medium runners. Starting from Magic Alonso, then you've got Darfifa, you've got Monster, you have also Sam D, you also have Felix and Aaron. So the medium, these guys could actually get the use mediums to maybe able to get through with them.
Yeah.
Then your soft runners as well.
Yeah.
Then.
The medium should be around 1 second slower than the soft tires on a fast lap, and I'm looking forward to see where Alex Bomber could qualify on a soft tire and where Nick Pancras in the AlphaTauri could qualify on a soft tire, because they would be candidates to actually beat those medium runners, and Charlie is the first one to start a lap. And let's don't forget Tyler in the Williams. He was only he was 1 second off I think the times from both Renault drivers, but of course with the softer tire now, he might be able to beat them. Ooh!
Yeah. Oh, who's
Charlie crash.
Oh, what's happened? It's not terminal. So yeah, it could be worse for him. It could be worse.
It could have been awfully worse for him at this corner. He just was too eager to turn in at this corner, a little bit too early, but
$20 people there, so that's nice. You've got nice Bomberg out laps now. Some people are starting laps or
yeah,
on.
Mike invalidated, so Magic Alonso will be the first one with his coming up.
26.6, not too bad. Although that is probably beatable for some of these soft runners. So they might end up in trouble.
Oh, Tyler 2 times faster than Magic Alonso. 36.4 to Williams, so that's a good lap time.
Yeah, Jeremy 36.3.
Ooh, that's interesting. Check March
now...
will be the next one. Ah, invalidated.
Alright.
Then it's Monster on the Repo. Probably going for P1 now.
Yeah, most likely take P1 here. And...
Yeah. It
yep,
will.
34-4, so... very good.
And it's McLaren, I think. Let's see, it's Wuschel on his outlap, same as Alex Bomberg on his outlap. Yeah, who's the next one actually? Yeah, the next one will be Alex Bomberg then. On the medium tires.
Yeah, so medium seem to be the go-to tire.
Yeah, but we've seen drivers need to be very careful, as the soft runners might be faster, and if it stays as it is, Jeremy and Tyler would go through to Q3.
Yeah, we could see him in Q3 if some of these medium runners mess up on their laps.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do have some news. Kimi's power has been cut thanks to a thunderstorm where he is.
Ooh,
right
that's
now.
unfortunate for him. It's really unfortunate. I just missed it, but Magic Alonso was able to improve his lap time. In
Yeah,
between
36.3.
Tyler and Jeremy. Yeah, but I think if he really wants to qualify with this set of tire, he can't really set another lap time in because the tire will wear off.
And why do we have the Wusha fan club in the comments?
Yeah, Wuschel is really famous.
I know. Yeah,
Alex
it does seem like a
Bomberg.
decent lap for him now. 33, 34, 35, 36, 4. So, very close to Magic Alonso. Less than a tenth
Yeah.
off.
And
Nick Pancras
Bomberg behind Tyler.
on the lap. So, 27-0 for the first sector.
It's a good one. Just had a lock up here into turn 4.
Felix here, he is starting his lap now, so it should be a simple quality for him. He just needs to get the lap in, and he should be good.
Sam B just did 26.5 in the first sector, so 5 times faster than his teammate.
Yeah,
He's going for it.
so he's going for it. He just needs to make sure he gets the lap in, because it seems
Yes.
like he'll definitely be able to get through to Q3 on the mediums.
Let's see when Nick Pinecrest is able to qualify his AlphaTauri. Now through the last 2 corners. And goes P7
P7,
behind the Ferrari.
the FIFA lap. He did a 26-4 in the first sector, so it'll probably be close between him and Sam Davis, eh?
Yeah, I'm just watching Evan.
Oh yeah, Aaron, he's about to finish his lap now. So, the final corner, and it's
Oh,
P2.
Oh, that's a fantastic lap. That's a really good lap.
It's Sam D
Sam D.
36-0. So
Yeah,
it's
P3.
P3.
And who was the next one you said?
Dark FIFA,
Dark
he's about to
FIFA,
finish his
yes.
lap, P5.
Yeah.
So he's been beaten by Jeremy, who may well have sealed Q3 for himself here with that lap.
Yeah, and it was set right at the beginning of this session. And of course I spoke about track evolution, which will get quite important around here. And still he's P5. Felix qualified
Charlie
4
about to
times
finish his
behind
lap, only P12. Although so Mike Henning's now starting his lap here.
Yeah. So we would definitely see Nick Pancras. We're probably trying to qualify on the soft tires then, to get into Q3, which means if he beats Alex Bomberg, he will go on the soft tire and so on. And I think Tyler will set another lap time.
So yeah, I mean, it's an easy... So Red Bulls are comfortably through to Q3, unless they do something stupid. Monster's in the pit, so he probably won't be back out. Felix, all he has to do is just get back and avoid anything that would be catastrophic for him. Aaron's also nearly back at the pits. 70. Also, he's nearly back.
Yeah.
Mike Henning is setting it up at the moment. 105 for that second sector. So this doesn't look like it'll be a great lap.
No. The midfield is very close, so Jeremy putting in a 136.3 and Tyler in P9, so 5 places or 4 places behind him. I mean, only 1 tenth slower.
Yeah, from P5 to P9 it's about a tenth and a half. I mean, it doesn't get much closer than that.
Yeah. No, not really. And if Nick Pancras decides to go onto a soft tire, he will probably be around there too. So it's very important that for the drivers to take action. If somebody goes out on soft tires, he should probably go out on soft tires too, just to be safe.
No, because then you'd have to be forced into a two-stop, and the tires would be dead quickly.
I mean, just to make sure that you don't need to finish the lap time, just like if you really need it. But I see Wushu coming out on a medium set again.
Yeah, I guess maybe he just wants to do another lap, just be safe. Magic Alonso is the soft selected. So is Dart FIFA and Sam Davis and Aaron. So they're all basically having this.
They're just waiting.
Ready. Well, that will switch back to mediums. So yeah, very interesting. Although I don't think anyone's actually going to pull the trigger and go with the softs.
Let me see, there's an Alfa Romeo. That's Jeremy on the soft tire again. I think for him it's the first soft tire. It would be amazing for him to qualify for Q3. And Jack March went out on a medium set of tire.
Yeah, Jack March out on the mediums. Let's see. Oh, Jeremy's went out for another set of softs. So he is going out to make sure that he can get some improvement before anyone else goes for the softs.
Yeah, Dark FIFA is out on soft tires. Aaron is out on a soft set of tires. Jeremy just went out.
Yeah.
Same as Charlie on a soft tire. Who's else? Tyler on a soft tire.
Felix is retired in the pits. So he's happy enough. He's got 34.8. He should be safe. There's not much.
Very important now. Nick Pancras and Alex Bomberg out on the soft tires. So that's the interesting part. So Wushu is the first
Sam D's also tired in the pits. So
yeah, I think he's safe. So
yeah,
a 126.0 should be safe.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Bomberg has a 36.8.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be beaten, but it's basically about who decides to pull the trigger first and actually set a lap time on the softs and commit to a two-stop, because there is no rain for the race.
Yeah, and of course you could go onto one stop and use the hard set of tires, the hard compound, but it's way too slow. You're much faster on two stop with two medium tires than the one stop when you start with soft tires.
Yeah, so Jeremy here, well, he's already committed to the softs and got himself in the top 10, so he may as well go for it. It's at 26.6, and now we're coming into the second sector.
And Wushu is actually improving in the second sector, already 2 times up on his fast lap already, so he would be in P5 at the moment.
Yeah, if he does that, then he'll be a little more safe.
Yeah. Let's see whether he could get in front of Sam D or his teammate Evan.
Well, yeah, I mean, quality has finished now. Well, the timer struck 0, so that means Monster, Mike Henning, Phoenix and Sam D. Yep, P5 for Wushu, so that's a bit of a position jump.
Next car is Jack March, of course on the medium tires. I don't think he will make such a big step towards the top 10.
And another person we haven't mentioned here yet is Tyler. He has went he's currently P9 on the softs. So it would be nice to see a Williams in Q3 along with an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, and Jeremy actually is improving by quite a bit and goes P4.
Yeah, he's went P4 35.9, so he should be safe unless everyone actually did set times on the soft.
Yeah, and Charlie, you just invalidated his lap
Dartleaf is
time.
7.5 tenths up, but we'll have to see if he just slows down towards the end. Maybe he might get helped by the Ferrari of Alex Bomberg, who's just ahead. He was actually close enough to Nick Pancras, so I have to hope there's nothing actually going to do.
So Tyler MP7. So that's
Nick
very
Pancras
close.
out of the way, so he's backed off. He's out.
So
He'll be out.
everyone needs.
Alex
everyone
Bomberg
needs to back
backing
off.
off too, because they're safe.
Yeah.
And everyone else should be backing off now. Dartleaf in the pits. Yep, that's everyone backed off. They're all fine. And
Yeah, that was quite interesting at the end. Nobody else on the fast lap.
well, Tyler completed this lap. He ended up P7, 36.2 on the soft. So that is your order. Only 2 people who qualified and go into Q3 with the softs. The rest were mediums.
Yeah. But I think it's still a very good qualifying position for Jeremy and Tyler, as overtaking is quite difficult around this track, and I think probably at the end P9 and P10 they will have a good position to score points.
So that's Monster, who is fastest again in this session. Felix once again in second place. Aaron is P3, Jeremy P4, Sandas to P5, Wushu P6, Tyler P7, Thomas P8, Steve P9, Alex Bauer P10. Those knocked out are Nick Pancras, Charlie, Jake Marsh, and Mike Henning.
Yeah.
So Q3 now, just 10 cars remaining, and I'll see who will get poles. So everyone can now use soft. Alex Bomberg, with his strategy, he has now got maybe at least 2, if not 3, brand new softs.
He should actually have, as he used the medium tires, 4 set of soft tires. He should have 4 set of soft tires, or 3 set of new soft tires, because he just used one for an out lap and an just about not quite fast lap.
Yeah, he can just go for it now at this stage, because he knows he's starting on mediums and he'll be doing the one stop.
Yeah, and of course
nothing
using
to
the hard
lose.
tire. I mean, I don't think he will actually make 3 stints. He could probably make 2 stints, and if he invalidates one, could go to the box again and just get a new set of soft tires.
Yep. We're now into soft, so we'll expect our fastest lap times here.
Yeah, and of course the track is now much faster in Q1, and Aaron will probably be the first one for the lap time, except Felix overtakes him on his out lap. Yeah, he did.
Right. So most people out laps now, except Jeremy and Wushel. Although Wushel's just going out now. Jeremy, we're still waiting for some.
Isn't it bad idea as Wushel has loads of space in front of him now, and just do his out lap as he wants to do it? Usually you would do a very slow out lap around here, so the tire temperature stays low around, I think it was 83 degrees. You can have high, or the tire can only have 83 degrees highest, so on your quick lap the tire temperature doesn't yeah,
83, 85. If you have it around that, it'll be good enough. You won't have to worry about overheating. Aaron's now started his lap here, and Felix is he started, so he's to be the first one to set a time. He's in the Red Bull, so this means it could be a potential provisional pole position lap.
Yeah, it's 26.1, and Aaron does 26.3. Just compare that to both Renaults. But Magic Alonso 26.4 and Darth Fever 26.6, so a bit slower there. Alex Bomberg doing it 26.5 through the first sector.
We'll have to wait now. Felix is now through. He's past the hairpin, so now onto the third DRS straight. Say 1022 second sector.
It's really fast, to be honest. Aaron missing about 6/10, but it's still faster than both Renaults, so that's good for him. And I've been watching Monster's lap times. Monster is one tenth down on his teammate through the first sector, but now 1 tenth up on the second sector. So it will all decide in the last one.
Felix is at 33.9. I think Monster, he'd be capable of beating that based on what we've seen in Q1 and Q2.
Yeah, Magic Alonso 4 tenths behind Aaron, who does 34.9, and Darth Fever behind his teammate Alex Bomberg 2 tenths behind the Renaults, and now Monster.
Yeah, Monster is 33.6. He is just under 3 tenths ahead, and
Sam D just invalidated.
Oh,
who's the next one?
That's on time for Sam D, who has a huge opportunity to
Wushel's second sector is good.
Well, yeah, he's got, as I was saying, Sam D, he's got a huge opportunity with AlphaTauri to get a very good result.
I'm interested in whether Jeremy actually sets a lap time, because he might not even set one. Just save his tires. And Wushel goes P5 in between. Actually does the same lap time as Darth FIFA, but still ahead of him. 1:35.501.
Yeah, exact same time between for Wushel and Darth FIFA. Wushel gets ahead, so now trying to get back to the pits quickly. Aaron, he seems to have been doing really well around Singapore with the McLaren. He, he's just has to hope for they'll be able to keep that P3 at the moment. Although somebody here who seems like he might be able to challenge for us, or he might be able to, perhaps, be in the fight with the Renaults and McLarens.
I mean, Alex Bomberg still in a Ferrari car. Of course, straight line speed isn't as important here as it was in Italy, but only 2 times away from Darth Vader's time. That's not bad. But of course, I think the main fight will be between both McLarens, both Renaults, and Sam D in the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, so, yeah. Tyler is now joined apparently. Seemingly he's had his internet issues. I know sometimes his internet goes.
Yeah. I remember he was on his outlap actually.
Oh, Aaron said in the comments he had a big mistake in the tunnel section, so that's probably around. Does he mean the bridge? Yes, I guess that would have cost him a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean he's still on his outlap.
Yeah, Sam D in an outlap now. Tyler
He will be the first
and Jeremy
one.
haven't set laps yet.
Yeah. I think that will be his own lap time set in this session. So it needs to be a good one.
Well, no, it's just under 5 minutes now until time of strike 0. Yeah, let's see it as he goes in turn 1. Looking good so far. Looks steady enough. Takes a bit of curb, but it doesn't go too wide there. And out to the left, and out. It's the apex.
Yeah.
And he's gone right there.
Done.
And now 26.4 for the first sector.
That's actually very good, because first sector is mostly straight line speed. Of course, with start finish straight and the back straight. And now it's a more technical section of the track.
Oh, and just a random fun fact for you today. Technically in quali, Tyler was your top Mercedes powered car. And at the moment, if Jeremy ended up setting a fast lap time, maybe he could end up being the fastest Ferrari powered car.
Maybe Sam D is able to beat both Red Bull drivers and he will be the leading Honda powered car. But I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's unlikely.
But his lap time looks good, so he will probably challenge Alvin for P3.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't think he'll beat him, but
no,
yeah,
made a mistake.
He can get ahead of.
Nah.
Or yeah, he does get ahead of Magic Alonso and well, yeah, the.
He had some
Reynolds
mistake at the
Russell.
ending of his lap.
So 35.2. Can he get in on time? Maybe if he cuts a couple of corners.
Yeah, he will be. He needs to hurry up. He needs to. I mean, he will probably won't make it. Obviously, Aaron will be the next car to set a lap time, trying to improve on his lap time to stay P3.
Thanks Bomberg on outlap now, Roosh on outlap, Aaron is
Jeremy.
on a lap, so watch and see what he does, because if he finds improvement here, he may run off P3 seal for himself in quali.
Jeremy is on the outlap
he's
too, so he might beat.
a 10th up, and that's only a 10th less than what Felix had, or is it doing on his first lap?
It was Felix's lap.
Yeah. So here we are, as Aaron is 4/10 up.
Oh, 4 times up, that's amazing.
I guess maybe he means that tunnel section just before the hairpin. I was wondering or if he just mistook a tunnel for a bridge. But now he's going through sector 3 here. It's looking tidy enough maybe. Takes a bit of curb.
Yeah, that looks very good.
And now 33, 34-0.
What the? Oh, that's
He's nearly beaten Felix.
This time. That was amazing. He's 1.2 seconds up on Sam D. So next car is Wushu on the fast lap. So we actually found another 4 tenths in that last
That's
sector.
illegal. Oh, Sam D's retired, so he isn't getting out for a lap, so he may well get beaten by a Renault of Matthew Alonso, maybe in McLaren or Wushel, and maybe, and well, also Darfifa, because, well, Wushel and Darfifa is at the exact same time. Jeremy here, he is on a lap now, Tyler's on a lap.
Yeah, Wushel is 2 times up all this time, so could beat Magic Alonso's time, and will probably beat Sam D's time.
Well, Kyle, I think is... What? Why?
And Wushu does a 35.1 before at the moment. With Alex Bomber.
Jeremy's made a mistake. He has made a mistake. He won't be setting a lap time.
No.
He just had a bit of a spin, it seems.
Alex Bomber to the last 2 corners. And goes P6 ahead of both Renaults.
Oh yeah, he's went ahead of both Renaults. Well, he was ahead of 1. Yeah, so 35-1, but he's still second of his teammates, so Aaron has done an outstanding job. Felix here, and then Monster. Well, Monster will be the first lap time. Magic Alonso's beaten Wushel. Darfifa's now beaten Magic Alonso and Wushel.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly close between them.
So, Webpost now. Monster with the first one set a lap time, goes even 5 times faster than before. 133.1, and he goes 3 times faster. 135.
33.1 for Monster, 33.5 for Felix. That's 4 tenths between them. And Tyler set a lap for P9.
So he will start ahead
Jeremy,
of Jeremy.
He's invalidated as well, so So that's Monster on pole position with Felix lining up P2. Aaron takes a brilliant P3 with a 34.0. Darfifa P4, Magic Alonso P5, Wushu P6, completing a McLaren Renault sandwich. Sandy P7, Alex Bomber P8, Tyler P9, and Jeremy, who made a mistake on his one attempt, P10. So that is your grid, and we'll be so now we're just waiting for session timer to end it just now, and then we'll be getting onto our grid.
Yeah, I'm quite amazed from the performance of Evan and McLaren, only 5 tenths away of both Red Bulls, which is pretty strong.
So, Legend, he could win the championship today if, but it would require a bit of luck. Obviously, he's got a huge lead, so it'll be just a matter of time. Only thing is if he's able to
of course, in the top 10, all drivers start on medium tires, with Tyler and Jeremy starting on the soft tire. Outside the top 10, we have some hard compound starters in the form of Charlie and the Haas. Both Mercedes drivers starting on hard tire, and Bo is starting on a hard set of tires, with Ismail in the second racing point starting on a soft set of tires. So that's interesting. And he's using a stop to set, probably going for a 2-stop.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to make up positions on the start.
Yeah.
Oh, Yuri, he doesn't have a setup. He doesn't have a setup, so he's gonna have a fairly struggle here for this race.
Ooh, that will be very difficult for him then. I mean, at least he's fast on the straights, but of course in the corners he will be
he's going
slowly.
Like, he'll be alright in sector 1 because you do have 2 DRS zones.
Yeah. But I actually once raced without a setup in Hungary, and it was awful. It was actually really awful getting around those corners. Of course, there were medium speed corners, we have low speed corners around here, so I think he should be fine. I think he's still in the best car in the Mercedes.
No,
so
this one disconnected. I'll quickly pop an invite to Ismail if I can, just to be sure. Yeah, I saw him rejoin, but it looks like he did disconnect from Information Lap or something, because the X appeared with his name. I did it. I invited him. So here we are, a Red Bull 1-2 here. What's happened here is that the same championship prize, Monster and Bo, who are tied in the championship, have to outscore Legend by 1 point. That means they'll be able to carry the fight into the next race. But there is the thing of Bo, he's starting last, and if Legend is able to cut through the pack, because he was very quick around Singapore, yeah, he'll probably drop out. Monster, on the other hand, he's got a very good chance to close in a little bit.
Yeah. And Legend on a hard set of tires, so he will make a long stint now, coming back at the end with a medium set of tires, of course being faster than others.
Yeah, so Legend on hard, so maybe you could benefit from a later safety car. But now the start will be very soon. Are we going or what?
I think we're not going. Let me see.
Oh no. We'll just wait a moment just to see what's happening.
I think it's because Ismail just joined. Could be because he just joined the session again.
Oh no.
Maybe he needs to leave the session again and then rejoins again. Shall I write it into the chat?
Hang on.
And that will solve the issue. A high percentage.
I'm not sure what's. It's a lobby glitch, I think. Okay, I think that's a problem with Felix and Ismail. I think that's causing the issue. We're not restarting if we can just fix the 1 or 2 problems. Oh no, I've got an error.